Hello and welcome to the Absurd Conversations channel. I am VR Sampath, retired IPS, aka Sampath Ramanujan MFA. For more details, click the link below. Please subscribe and click the bell icon. Thank you. Let's get into the topic for the day. The Absurdities of Life, Part 1. The Corrupt Empire. This is about the absurdities in politics. This story may sound more fictional than real. UNS becomes a minister. This is a proud historic moment for the state and the whole of India, perhaps. The world's biggest democracy has produced this moment in the history of India. Well. Am I being too sarcastic? How about central ministers like Smriti Irani, who were placed ahead of many seniors in protocol when they were made first-time ministers? This is the argument. Back to UNS. He became a member of the legislature only last year. How did he get a ticket to contest? How did he win? Now, how come he is a minister over the heads of several senior ministers and MLAs in the party? Will he be the next CM of the state? Why there appears to be an urgency in making him a minister? What does he know about politics? What about his father, who is the elected chief minister? Does he know politics? UNS is said to be part of two industries, cinema and politics. Both are cash cows. But I have not seen him make any impression in both. He acted in flop movies, produced them, and now he, by indirect coercion, buys and sells others' movies. Since he comes from a powerful family, no one will dare say no to him. He is invited to cinema-related functions and gives small speeches. The speeches are incoherent, full of poor jokes called kalai in Tamil. A gleeful grin, characteristic of ignorance, can be seen on his face throughout the speech. First, in politics, he gets elected as MLA. He knows nothing. His visit to various places in luxury cars, is it considered political work? I don't know. What he says or does, no one knows. There is no grooming in politics for him, though he belonged to a political family. For that matter, his father too did not have any grooming. It is not considered necessary. Then how come they keep succeeding like this? The answer is money, family, and party cadre. His father is in politics. His grandfather was in politics. They built the party as an empire of the modern times, within the parameters of democracy. No one can question the family on that point. But the methods used by the family are questionable. The power grabbing started at early days of the party, coming to power in the 60s. His grandfather was an expert in using every tool, Sama, Dana, Peda and Danda, as they say, to grab money and power. When these two are there, other vices couldn't have been far behind. The party also went against and marked all known principles, norms and values of the institutions of the society and culture. No God, no religion, no spirituality, no qualms, no or shame for corruption, no regard for institutions like family, no need for education or hard work, but with a little rowdyism, slander campaigns and abuses, and so much more. They had a cat and mouse game at power with their own splinter group over several decades, who matched them in their own games. The empire kept expanding, power and wealth-wise, with properties, wealth, TV channels, cinema distribution, etc. In short, wherever there were money and power, the family was there. Inquiry commissions in the past indicted the family for corruption, but they knew how to come out of them unscathed. No one asks how come a man who came from a southern district to Chennai on a train without ticket and without a paisa in his pocket came to own such an empire. The empire includes TV satellite channels, air carriers, and cricket team ownerships. The next answer to this question is the party cadre. They claim they have a disciplined cadre which stands by its leaders come what may. The truth may be that the leadership plunders the state and lets the party men plunder too. That is why maybe the cadres remain like bonded slaves. What are the principles of the party apart from plundering and corruption? Well, let me think about whether the party has any principles. Okay, the first principles are anti-God, anti-religion, anti-Brahmins, as I said earlier. all in open, but exactly the opposite on the sly. The next is divide and win. Rake up historical issues, twist them, and present them in a convincing manner. Hard work? Well, if bank robbers do all preparations for robbery and execute the robbery well, do you call that hard work? But one more plus point which I must mention. The leaders of the past spoke well, articulated in such a way that the message reached the ordinary people. They were in fact fascinated, similar to Hitler's oratory or Goebbels. The present generation of the family lacks that skill even. They can't even read from a cheat sheet. As a point in comparison, the spokespersons of BJP are, in one word, terrible. As for the Congress Supremo, it's simply laughable. Then everything boils down to one thing: not talent, creativity, discipline, or principles, but money and money. And that money is in plenty. Foundational and generational wealth has been made over the last 50 years. That is being used to pay for gathering crowds, getting their votes, and capturing power. Rest is easy. Organize plunder by placing right people in the right places, and streamline collection through every tender and contract in every government department. They are known for scientific and technical corruption. That means do corruption but don't get caught, and how not to get caught. Even if caught, how to get out of that situation using political leverage and clout. One political activist alleges that private apps not available on app stores have been developed by the family for every minister of every department to log in and enter the tender and contract details of his department. So a watch is over the cut and contributions to the family wealth. Almost every movie being made and released in the state is distributed by the family. During the previous term of power, it was distant family, but this time it's directly by UNS. Until JJ was alive, she and her party gave a tough fight to the family and kept them away from power for many years in succession. She committed two mistakes: falling into bad company, which sent her to jail and subsequently to her death. The next mistake was not to cultivate a successor. Hence, the party is going into oblivion after her mysterious death, which of course came as a bounty for this family we are talking about. Both the Dravidian parties also inculcated an aversion to all India parties and an acceptance to corruption among the masses, in addition to the habit of paying money for vote. This was possible because of the political illiteracy in the state. The All India Party is trying to break this barrier. That is another behemoth at the center with plenty of money and lack of opposition. The question is whether that party is ready to dismantle the state behemoth by cutting all its supply lines and make the family go to it. It should use all institutional pressures available at its disposal on more. Remember how Spectrum case was lost due to one whimsical judge favoring the family and retiring immediately after the deadly verdict. In addition, it should bring huge resources and dump it here. If it tries to fight by democratic means such as it did in West Bengal, it's bound to lose. UP model? Yes. It succeeded in uprooting two dynasties similar to the one here in the state. This was possible partly due to the political awareness among UP masses, unlike this state where it is dismally low. Forces like actors, popular actors, should join hands with this national party to defeat the family and send it to the oblivion forever. There is no meaning calling an actor a Talaiva if he doesn't do anything but flipping cigarettes and re-releasing his flop movies. There is no meaning if people like these two remain buried in their wealth and vegetate in their fame. And finally, the one-man army, SS, the whip, who is fit to lead this effort with his knowledge, clarity of expression, courage and conviction. Nothing short of this will succeed in the long run. The state needs to be rescued from the ignorant masses and villainous family, the negative outcomes of democracy. It should therefore be taken in the spirit of a war. Okay, what relevance this has got to do with our channel which deals with philosophy and absurdity? Well, the situation is indeed absurd. I have been telling that all scriptures, values, morals, truth, justice, etc. are mere models of the past masters. They are not absolute truths. If anyone chooses to live outside these models and who have certain other qualities, they too get to live well. This is what the family is proving. They just go by the basic rules of survival, sex, and effective communication. Add violence to the mix, which is also a law of human life, and the combination is tough to beat. After all, KK model does exist, it seems. Or it has been remade or renamed Dravidian model, I don't know. There appears to be no point waiting for a Shinde to appear from among the bonded slaves to rescue the state. Or if you are hoping that the family members would go to hell for all their misdeeds, you are sadly mistaken. There does not appear to be any hell, and you won't be present to witness them going to hell. So how does it matter? Instead, fight them out in this life, here and now, if you can. Don't wait for life to take its revenge. For 3 generations, it could not. As Gushiev says, life doesn't take you anywhere. You have to take life somewhere. As long as we are drowned in cinema, sex, entertainment, jokes, music, dance, alcohol, etc., this appears impossible. You need serious people to rise and shape the future, not jokers. Until such time, the family will rule, or another family will take its place. Though, I must say, there is a rising star in that party. Not of the family, but Harvard-educated, sophisticated, God-fearing man, like a lotus in a dirt hole. Unfortunately, he is being snubbed in UNS becoming a senior minister on top of it. Will he quit is the question. Thank you.